Hey, Claudia. So I went ahead and pulled some cards for you for love and about what you had mentioned. And I will let you know what I'm getting and we'll see what happens. So you have the Page of Cups, the King of Cups, Ace of Wands. So, you know, the Page of Cups is they're the messenger of love, emotional support. They're always there. They have hidden feelings. Um, they might not be on the same path as you, but it's like something that's inside that they're feeling just as much as you are in a way when it comes to love, but they're not like the older one, which is the King of Cups, which is kind of, unemotionally supportive, not really there for you when you need them, kind of person because they're kind of stuck on themselves or too involved with themselves in a way. You have the Ace of Wands here with those two. So, what I'm getting is a deep love for somebody else. Um, Now, it could be another person altogether, or it could be one of you wanted the other one to be completely different. Personality, the way they acted, the way, how they choose to move, everything to that point. The Ace of Wands is all about obtaining our desires and what we want out of life here. You have the Queen of Swords in reverse, which means that, one of you may have become bitter, you know, in love. We become cold, we become harsh, but sometimes the Queen of Swords in reverse is another way to soften ourselves. And you know what I mean? Um, Pulling back and not reacting so quickly to other people and not really caring what they want to, what they have to say or judge or change or anything to that point. We just kind of learn to be in our own little bubble and walk away and say, hey, that's your problem, not mine. Um, so I don't know what happened here with you guys. I don't know if like there's another person or maybe they want something to change about one of you is what I'm getting. But when it comes to competing for attention, um, competing for results in love, it can leave us exhausted. It can leave us to where all our energy is spent that we can't give it anymore to anybody else. So then we start looking at other things. We start focusing on, work. We start focusing on putting our efforts into that um, anywhere but, relationship wise. We just kind of, give up in a way. But, with that card, I also want to get, I also want to say, don't let them, I don't know how you really feel about them. I mean, I'm going to keep going in the read, but don't let them guilt you by saying they're going to hurt themselves without you. They can't live without you. Um, kind of manipulation, all right, is what I'm getting with these two here. So we'll see how that goes. So I felt there was a real connection between you and R. I'm not going to say their name, um, but you guys kind of weren't on the same path. You guys were, against each other in a way. Not really against each other, just kind of on different paths in life. Um, it's almost with the Sun card that you guys are kind of meant to be together, but not at this moment in time. Maybe it was a bad time for the universe, for you two to try to push through because one of you had felt left out in the cold. There were arguments. Someone always had to have the last say in everything. Um, but you do have a Lover's card, so to know that you're always going to have love in your life, and I'm going to keep reading on that because I'm going to look for future here. Um, and we're always going to have resistance when it comes to a love person. But we have to have something in common to where we're on the same path in a way. We have to have the same kind of goal in life. And if we have different goals, we have to help each other achieve those goals, if that makes any sense. Um, the Lover's card to me is almost like a Gemini card, where we have two totally different personalities. One's exciting and fun, and the other one is, being ghosted and not having someone there for us when we need them. So with the Lovers card, don't lose yourself in somebody. And I kind of feel you didn't because, you guys aren't, you said you left. To know that with the Hanged Man, okay, these 3 cards, it's okay to be in that moment. And it's okay to hold on to somebody, whether it be or just the thought of what you want a relationship to be like, especially if you're not seeing benefits out of that. It's okay to not look and just pull back and, figure out what you want to do when it comes to love. Um, because, you're meant to enjoy this time. You're meant to learn from this experience of being alone. If R is who you truly want, or if you're looking for somebody else, But with these cards over here, I kind of feel you guys are meant to be, but it's just not the right time. So you have the Moon card with these 3 cards here. So what I'm kind of getting from the Moon card is that there was some secrets. I don't know if there were secrets or they're just things that you guys wouldn't tell each other and they were found out. Or they're just, seeing things in the relationship that weren't really real. Imagining things and then blaming and guilting and, accusing in a way. I see you leaving here, or I don't know if R left, but one of you did. This is a spiritual journey. This is a journey on healing and moving forward, But what did you leave behind is the question, because you had the 10 of Pentacles, which was at times very happy, very stable, very secure, more like a good friend in a way, So it's okay to pull from the Moon, everything comes to light all the time. Sun, the Moon, and the truth always come to light. I always say that in my readings. The truth is always going to come out. The Moon card, what was kept in the dark? Was it just your feelings? Were they kept secret? Were there R's feelings? Were they kept secret? And then they just weren't brought out? So the other person walked away and decided to leave, So I want to ask, what do you feel they took from you? R, okay? It's almost like with this card here, he's holding on to money and he's sitting on it. He's standing on it. He's got it on his fucking head, right? But it's almost like if you're with somebody and they have totally different goals and they're hiding things from you and they're putting all their effort into something they truly want, but they're not really letting you know about it. The Page of Wands is a problem child. Someone that comes in and causes problems in the relationship, whether that be our imagination, whether that be, with the Moon card, I say that, whether that be them thinking that you took something from them, and holding tight to what they have. I don't know. I mean, I'll keep reading. You let me know with questions. So you have the King of Wands in the near future and the Emperor card and the Four of Wands. So you have a lot of wands in your reading, And wands are all about fire energy, our solar plexus energy, what we want, whether it be sexually, whether it be desirably, whether, passionately. We want passion in our lives. We don't want to be bored, The King of Wands. So I don't know if this is someone you're going to meet in the near future or if this is R coming back to you again, but you need to set some boundaries and shit, Because, the Four of Wands here is all about, to me, I don't want to say engagement, but I do want to say long-term relationship. So maybe this is to come, but I can't tell if it's going to be with R again or someone new. I'm trying to figure that one out. The Emperor card, he is a judgmental motherfucker, and he lays down the law, you know? So the King of Wands can be temperamental as well, and they ghost you, but they bring excitement in your life. They're twin flame energy, you know? So I don't know, you know, if that's R. I'm going to ask my pendulum if that's R or not. But I see long-term relationship coming up for you. And whether that be a renewal of love, you know, with the Two of Cups here. But I see you standing your ground. Or R, you know, now I see R again, standing their ground. You know, not letting go. Losing sleep. Worrying. Depression. And not letting go, because the Two of Cups is a soulmate card, and maybe they feel you are their soulmate. You know, I feel like you're going to be very confused on this subject with R. You know, what do? You have the Two of Pentacles here at the end. You know, do you see someone in the meantime? You know, figure and focus on that. But with this card here, he is all about opening up and healing our hearts. You know, healing old triggers, healing old traumas that are holding us back in a way where we kind of have our guard up, okay? Don't be confused when it comes to love, ever, all right? Go with your heart. You have so many wands in your reading. Go with your heart at all times. Whatever your heart is telling you to do, you go with that. If you had a lot of swords, I'd say go with your brain. If you have a lot of cups, you know, that's water, you know, that's also your heart. But wands is fire energy. Wands is what you want deep down inside in your solar plexus. So look up solar plexus chakra. Learn how to clear it, okay? And yeah, come back to me, and I will ask a pendulum as well, and I'll retrieve that and send that message.